Georgia instructed the group to reprimand the prosecution as Fani Willis is being removed from the Trump case. Greetings and salutations to everyone. The topic of our video today pertains to the State House of Representatives, which has passed Senate Bill 332, awaiting Governor Brian Kemp approval. This will lead to the creation of a commission that will investigate and reprimand the attorneys in charge of prosecuting cases in the state. This could affect the case against Donald Trump in Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis's. The bill, intended to serve as a means of holding prosecutors responsible for malfeasance, is opposed by Democrats who consider it a political move that would negatively affect the Trump administration's prosecution. Meanwhile, the state Senate has initiated a separate investigation into Willis's utilization of state funds. This investigation focuses on the larger scope of the Republican Party's efforts to rein in prosecutors perceived as being overzealous. Without further ado, let us commence with our discussion. A Georgia government with authority to punish and replace prosecutors is necessary only for the governor. The authorization of Brian Kemp before the beginning of operations, this may disrupt the prosecution of Fani Willis, the district attorney of Fulton County, in the prosecution of former President Trump. The state Senate voted 97-73 on Tuesday for the sending of Senate Bill 332 to Kemp. The bill was passed. The Republican governor has pledged to implement the measure. Despite Kemp's signature of legislation last year that created the Prosecuting Attorneys Qualifications Commission, the commission was unable to begin functioning after the state Supreme Court in November denied the commission's rules regarding conduct. Justices expressed concern that they had grave doubts about their capacity to regulate the duties of district attorneys beyond the practice of law. Tuesday's legislation eliminated the necessity of Supreme Court approval. Once this bill is passed, this committee will have the ability to begin its actual work, which is bringing accountability to those misusing their office, sexualizing their employees, and not coming to work. Reverend Joseph Gullett, a Republican in Dallas, told members of the House on Tuesday that this bill would bring in accountability for those who use their office for personal gain. The procedure is expected to encounter new legal objections. 4 district attorneys that were previously involved in lawsuits against the commission chose to abandon their previous cases in the court's sphere of influence after the Supreme Court nullified the cases. The law would require district attorneys and general counselors who prosecute smaller cases in some districts to evaluate each case on its own, instead of declining to prosecute classes of crimes. Opponents argue that this would prevent the prosecution from utilizing their discretion. House Democratic Whip Sam Park of Lawrenceville criticized the practice as being intended as a form of political control and punishment for prosecutors that are considered to be of the Republican Party. It will serve to undermine the ongoing criminal investigation of the impeached President Donald Trump, Park said. Republicans deny that the measure is directly targeting Willis. They cite instances of criminal behavior by the prosecution, including instances of support for a prosecutor oversight board following the death of Ahmaud Arbery near Brunswick. I am shocked by the Democrats' distortion of the issue, which has led to an underestimation of the truth here, said House Majority Leader Chuck Efstration, an Auburn Republican. The opposition of Democrats to the committee has become more intense. They claim that Republicans are attempting to deviate from the wishes of Democratic constituents and invite ire by creating a committee without a body to evaluate rules. "We're forming a committee with no oversight," said Rep. Stacey Evans, a Democrat from Atlanta. The bill is still moving forward despite the fact that the state Senate has instated a special investigation committee that is said to be used by the GOP to investigate if Willis has benefited from state money by employing attorney Nathan Wade as special prosecutor in the Trump case. That committee is scheduled to hear Wednesday from Ashley Merchant, the attorney for the defense of Michael Roman's co-defendant, who originally questioned Wade's eligibility. Both Wills and Wade participated in a hearing last month that alleged that they had a romantic relationship, but they denied the notion that Wills's compensation was improper because of her association with Trump and other defendants. Fulton County's Superior Court Judge Scott McAfee has yet to make a decision regarding whether or not Willis and Wade should continue as prosecutors. The Republican House Speaker John Burns of Newington said on Tuesday that he thought the Oversight Committee was more effective in investigating the allegations against Wills than the Special Committee on the Senate. The Georgia law is part of a national effort by the Republicans to regulate the prosecution they don't want. Republicans have criticized progressive prosecutors for bringing in fewer instances of drug possession and seeking shorter sentences in prison. They claim that Democrats are favoring criminals. To support our channel's growth and ensure broader awareness, kindly hit the like and subscribe buttons. This will help us reach more individuals and disseminate valuable information. Thank you in advance.